Greetings and welcome to this quick tutorial on how to be a utter noob in World of Warships. So the first thing and very important thing to do when you start up is do not move. So the plan here is that you stand absolutely still and just wait and see where everyone else goes, and then you show up late to the fight wherever there is one, and you can pick up all those free kills as everyone else will have slugged it out already. So pretty good. You can also easily see your fellow noobs use this tactic, as when you zoom in on their ship you can see their turrets move. So on my drawing here, when you're not in the game, the turrets are facing forwards and backwards in a default position. However, if you're actually in the game, the guns will be aiming. Now a good recommended time to stay like this is upwards to like 5 minutes, which should give you ample time to locate the W button and find out where to get the easiest kills. So if you ever wonder what it looks like when you actually do lose connection, I've prepared this fine example. So here I have 0 gun control, I have 0 rudder control, and just drift into an island. Now what I want you to pay attention to is when you finally log back into the game, then you can see on the turret placement that they're in the default position. And if you see someone like that, they're a free kill. You can do whatever you like as long as you don't really get like into secondary range and all of that crap. Or you can just ignore them, go for other targets.
Battle starts. Torpedoes to start.
I need better internet. Another option, of course, is just to, as fast as you can, drive forwards, ignore everyone else, and brawl it out like the newbie man you are. This might work sometimes, and often not so well. But at least you can claim you're a man. The other team was, of course, hacking, and your team was just cowards, not being there. Make sure to tell them that in the chat. Begging for mercy is also an option, and they will often ignore you, laugh at you and all this, but, you know, it might work. And sometimes even you can get them to agree to finish off the game with a ram or secondary battle. Moving on. In the beginning of any battle, there is like a small planning phase where people say like, oh, we should go A and B and all of these things. The main thing to remember is that this is just an opinion. Like, whatever they say, you're free to do whatever you like. Go the complete opposite. I've had games where the entire team says let's go A and B, and everyone ends up in C, and I'm alone at A. So, my bad. You need to stick with the biggest group you can find, because there's protection in numbers, and the best thing is if the entire team just groups up and pushes together and in a way focuses on one point or something. Even better is when you can find like a secluded place of the map, group everyone there, and like make a stronghold to force the enemy to actually push into you. I marked some good places on this map, so just take note. A bit more advanced strategy is to actually lure the enemy. When you have the basic setup like this, you have both the west and east side swap places before you actually go anywhere. This has happened a few times and completely throws everyone off guard. It's amazing. Now then, one of the first things the game actually teaches you is that you need to always broadside. You need to get all your guns to bear to do the maximum amount of damage possible to a target. So a fine example is like on the Emden. If you face straight forward, you only get like 2 guns on target. Sideways, lots of gun, lots of fun. And this concept goes again for every ship you have. Many guns, broadside, awesomeness, loads of pew pew. And if you ever look straight forward or go towards them, you get little done and you're just weak. The game will also reward you for actually doing this. So here, broadside. Next example, if you're not broadside. And broadside again.
Hello, motherfucker.
Now as always, just remember, if this any fails for some reason, it's hacks. It's all hacks. Now for battleship players, a good thing to do is to exploit the one advantage you have, and that is your amazing range. Like, you can fire at ships from over 20 kilometers away, and there's not much else which can really fire back. So whatever is your max range, that's like the optimal place for you to be. And sometimes like not even other battleships can actually fire back at you if you have like a really long range on the ship. You might have heard that like 10 to 14 kilometers is kind of optimal, but nah, just go for the max range. You'll have some success and you'll stay safe until the end of the game. And what's not to like? Sometimes though, other people will then call out your position, or you can do it to your battleship players when the game is kind of over and you're still at full HP. And some people kind of rage, but they don't have the skill you have to stay safe, and that's part of the game. Like, you don't want to die too early. Although if you die early, you can always hop into a new game, so that's positive, I guess. Next up, it's really important to always stay focused. A good way to explain this is just use tunnel vision. Focus on your target, ignore everything else, and just work it down. Like, if there's better targets or anything, doesn't matter. You have one goal and he's going down, and that's your job. Although sometimes that does not pay off the way you want it to, but you know, a kill's a kill. And the final tip is to sometimes actually hold your fire, because say like this, you have done well, do all the noob things you needed to do, worked your way up, you're so close to getting a Kraken, and something like this happens, and someone just ninjas the final one right in front of you. Normally, advocate to always spam your guns. Like, no enemies are even close. Who cares? Spam the guns, you might hit something. And but then this shit happens. So sometimes it's just better to go for the good old kill secure. Just hold your fire, be that guy, and wait for them to wear him down so you can actually get the finishing blow with your salvo. It's, well, you want ribbons. It shows how awesome you are compared to everyone else, so why not? An actual kills on the scoreboard looks a lot better than, I don't know, working him down 90% for someone else to just steal him in front of you. So yeah, that's how you do it. So I hope all of these tips helped you expand your noobish awesomeness, and we'll have even more brilliant games in the future. And yes, this entire video was kind of ironic. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. See you next time, and to finish it off, I'll just leave you with a pretty lucky, campy kind of, I don't know, section where I actually managed to get second highest damage in the single battle with the stupid emerald. Wow.